U.S. defense companies have long been the envy of the world. Our technology was the best, our manufacturing prowess second to none. But now there's rising concern that international competitors are closing the gap fast. Jane Wells has more.
U.S. defense companies remain the 800-pound military gorilla in global arms trade, but look out. The East is rising both in spending and selling. That's the bottom line from an exhaustive study by IHS Jane's Defense, which says global defense trade has risen much more than previously thought, now reaching $73 billion, a number it expects will more than double by 2020. Defense is seeing, quote, the biggest explosion in global trade the world has ever seen. Now, the number one category for trade is jet aircraft. It's the hardest segment for most countries to develop domestically, so they need to buy from the outside. This is why the number one exporter by company is Lockheed Martin, where sales to other countries grew 64% in 4 years to $6.4 billion. Boeing is in second at $5.6 billion, followed by Russia's United Aircraft. Up-and-comers include Israel. Jane's Defense says Israeli UAV manufacturers will be exporting more unmanned aircraft than the United States by the end of the year. Brazil is also on the rise, selling trainer aircraft to several countries and building new markets in Africa. South Korea is, quote, one to watch. While still a relatively small player, it is growing quickly. And as for China, a huge player, the report says nevertheless the outlook isn't as rosy as you might expect. China does well selling products to countries like Pakistan, like these jet fighters, also Venezuela and Bangladesh. But Jane's Defense says it does not do well in markets where it has to compete with the West. In fact, the report says some Chinese surveillance systems sold to South American countries have been returned. For Nightly Business Report, Jane Wells, Los Angeles.